Welcoming you to yet another module of metals and non-metals. Do you think a metal will react with water? Your answer is wrong. Metal reacts with water. Not only that, but metal catches fire. So where we watch so many utensils, we watched people watching utensils, never has a metal lit up when put in water. I'll show you. I'll give you proof of this in the module reaction with water. Metals do react with water and they do so in different reactivity. We know the reactivity series. So the intensity of a reaction of metal with water depends on its reactivity. Some react with cold water. Why do they react with cold water? Because they are more reactive. Some react with hot water. Because their reactivity is less, we have to heat up water. So once hot water is done, it turns into steam. So the lower reactive metals are going to react with steam, and there are even least reactive metals which do not react with water. So all of this depends on the reactivity series. As I told you, let's start with the first reaction. Before that, let's understand the general formula of water. When metal reacts with water, now you have to understand this reaction, it is a bit imaginative. When metal reacts with water, that is H2O, metal is positive, H is positive, O is negative. So metal goes with oxygen, forms metal oxide, and H2 is given out. But because we are taking a lot of water and a little of metal, that metal oxide which is formed, if it is soluble in water, dissolves in water to form metal hydroxide. We've seen that reaction. What happens to metal oxide when put in water? It turns into a metal hydroxide. So whenever metal is reacting with water in the liquid state, it forms metal hydroxide and H2 gas is given out. So let's start with the first reaction. It is going to be potassium. Metals like potassium and Na react vigorously with cold water. Not only vigorously, but they burn water. Are you sure, sir? I am absolutely sure. You'll be sure too. When potassium reacts with water, it forms K2O plus H2. But that K2O, being soluble in water, forms potassium hydroxide. Forms what? Potassium hydroxide plus H2 gas. Now this reaction is exothermic, meaning that H2 is going to get sufficient heat to lit up. H2 being combustible in nature, not only combustible, it is one of the best fuels in the world. It is going to light up and we are going to feel that water has caught fire. Let's balance the reaction. K is 1 on the left hand side, K is 1 on the right hand side, H is 2 on the left hand side, 2 on the, wait a second, 3 on the right hand side. Now how do we do this? This is not your normal 2-3 reaction. This is your 2 plus 1 reaction. So what do you do to this 1? This odd K, odd H, you just multiply it by 2. When you do so, you have changed K into 2 on the right hand side. So you multiply by 2 on the left hand side. O has also been turned to 2 on the right hand side. So you multiply by 2, turning H into 4, and it is already 4 on the right hand side. The reaction becomes balanced. Let's see the reaction of sodium. Over above me is a reaction, the actual reaction of potassium with water. If you've ever seen how a Paus burns in a Diwali cracker, you can see that reaction right there. I don't say that potassium is used, but there is the same type of reaction. It comes like this. Now, moving on to Na with water, it is again going to form sodium oxide. But that sodium oxide again is soluble in water, so it forms sodium hydroxide plus H2. Sodium hydroxide and H2 plus heat. The heat is going to lit up H2 and it is going to catch fire. So once it forms fire, it is going to continue that fire till H2 is given out. Now NaOH being soluble, Na2O being soluble, it forms NaOH. Now let's balance the reaction. Na is 1 on the left hand side, 1 on the right hand side. H is 2, H is 3. Again you will do the same thing. Odd ko banao even, multiply it by 2. Na becomes 2, multiply by 2. O becomes 2, multiply by 2, H becomes 4, H is already 4, the reaction is balanced. So, Na and K reacts with water to evolve hydrogen, which immediately catches fire, producing a lot of heat. So with this, wait a second, sir, if this Na and K reacts with air, reacts with water, where do we store it? We store it in kerosene. Potassium and sodium are stored in kerosene because they react with water as well as oxygen in the air at room temperature, at normal room temperature. You don't even have to heat it. So that is why we'll keep all potassium, sodium, all the alkali metals in kerosene. More of this in the next module.